Okay, this is a update for Windows Phone Tower Defense. I'm going to go over a couple of things. First, the progress I have, some thoughts about bringing the editor online, and how I'm thinking the game would update, and then just a little bit more beyond that. But that's really the essentials of what I'm going over. So here's the Tower Defense editor. Got this pulled up. Going over the monsters right now. You can change this. And it's already been saved. Right now it just saves to a file on the computer, and that's it. There's only 3 types of monsters. You can't add any right now. At some point maybe I'll put it in where you can add it, but for the time being I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to add it in manually. So if you want more monsters, well, we need more pictures, but then I'll throw those in. So hopefully I'll get tons of monsters in here at some point. Okay, towers. Got 6 towers. Basic stats, upgrade stats. The way I'm doing the upgrades now is you have one upgrade type. So when you make a tower, you can either sell the tower or you can upgrade it. And the upgrade picture for the time being will look like this. And you can click on you can keep upgrading it as many upgrades as you allow. So right now I have total upgrades is 10. So you can upgrade it 10 times. The way the upgrades working is you only have one type of upgrade. We can have the upgrade do whatever we want. We can have the upgrade do 10% attack damage and 10% attack speed if we want. Now the user won't know what that does, but I'll have some sort of help menu that shows them some of this information. But we may change some of this at some point, so I'm trying to make it so if we decide, okay, or later on we want to change, maybe give them a couple different types of upgrades they can do, we'll take that at that point. So I'm working on the code, so that'll be real easy to change. So the next thing we're going to do here is go into maps. Maps right now, I don't have this saving because it's not working entirely yet. So I'm going to call this map 1, map 2, put a little space in there. So right now you can throw in the grid. I can throw on a cliff set, put the grid in. That's pretty much all I can do right now. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot more to do. There's checkpoints, and there are stuff they can put in, like trees and bushes and rocks. The reason I haven't done this yet is because I'm trying to merge from the actual project so they use the same code, but I'm having some conflict there. But it looks like the first one has a cliff set, the second one doesn't. Okay, so there's all that is. Levels completely work. We can call this level 1. As far as I know, there's no bugs here. There probably is something in here that I'll need to fix. Level 1, let's give them 100, at the beginning because it's the first wave. Otherwise, they'll start with no cash, won't be able to build anything. End of the first wave, I don't know, let's give them 25, and we'll give them 250 bonus score after they finish the wave. Let's send some monsters. Yeah, it looks like that's not updating. We'll send, I don't know, 10 monsters. No, a monster every 5 seconds. We'll send a monster for 30 seconds. Then we can add a few more waves. So it looks like some of this isn't updating quite yet, but whatever, it's saving here. So I can change this. Say I want to change this to a tank. Probably have to go back and forth. There we go. So updates the picture. So I got to fix that. But the waves completely work, aside from this image just not showing up correctly. So right now we're on level 1. We can create a different level called level 2. And we can make more waves. So level 1, it's by default using this first one. It's not showing it highlighted, so I should show up which one it's on. But it'll just pick the first one unless you pick it. And you can pick from the map list. And this will show you a preview of what the map looks like. Obviously this isn't done either. So there's a little bit of work that still needs to be here, but it's very, very, very close. Once the maps are done, it should be very, very close to finish that out. So a few more things I wanted to go over. Let me just pull this up. Okay, so what I'm thinking now is I want to take this editor and I want to put it online. So I want to put this on a web page in Silverlight. So if me or you go to a web page, it'll always pull up the newest version. This way, I never have to send you a new version of Tower Defense Editor if I ever change it. You just go there and you always have the newest version. The other thing that's going to benefit is if I make a change, I need to send you that change so you can see that change. Or if you make a change, like, I don't know, you add a new wave or you add a new level, well, I don't have that. So you're now having to send me that in an email. And at the same time, we both can't be messing with that at the same time. So now when you put it online, only one of us will be able to access this online at the same time. So if you're using the program online, it'll say it's in access. You know, someone's using it. You need to wait till they get off that web page. You know, and maybe it'll boot them off after an hour or something if you go AFK. But the idea there is there's one place that always saves all the information and loads all the information. So we're not sending data back and forth. On top of that, what I want to do is we've got this beta and release. So what this will be is the actual game that people have on their phones. They'll have game version 1, and you'll have game version 2. Game version 1, whenever it loads, it'll load from the internet, pulling up from the same place that this is pulling from to get the release version. So it will have the newest release version. On ours, on the actual game, if we want to play it, we can pull the latest beta or the latest release. So this way, we'll be able to test the beta if we're making any changes before we release it. So whenever you change anything in here, it's going to be considered beta. If you want to release it to the phone, you have to go over to release. I'll have another window come up, and then it will release out to the phone. So that's what I'm thinking here, and I'm thinking bringing this online will really help in the long run. So I've still got a couple of conflicts there, but I'm trying to get through some of this. So going on to the last thing I wanted to cover, let's see. Okay, the actual game itself. On the actual game right now, I'm eventually going to need to load the data, but I can't do that until I finish the map section here. Have a real basic menu. Have a build tower interface section, meaning not section, but in the code. So when you're playing the game, you can click somewhere, and a little thing will come up, a circle, and it will come up with by tower, a bunch of pictures of the towers. Or if you have the tower, you click on the tower, it'll come up with upgrade, this upgrade picture, and a cell picture, which I already have drawn out. Obviously, they might not be the prettiest things, but they're going to work for now. I just need placeholders until eventually we get better graphics. Obviously, this is not what I'm hoping to have on the release. If that's what I have, that's what I have. So I think you're getting the concept. I'm getting pretty close. The editor is pretty much done, but it may be another week, hopefully just another week, maybe even 2 weeks before I actually get this online. So when I make a change, or I tell you, you go to the webpage and you make a change, it actually saves online and the game actually pulls it. Once I actually have the game pulling it and it saves online and I give you a version of the game that you can run on your computer so you can test it, then I think we'll be good to go. Then I'll be sending you some links. Once we're there, then you can help me balance everything and make everything work perfect. Say, okay, we want to do this, we want to change this, and then all I have to do is add a bunch of art sets to make this look visually clean. Add some sound sets. Make the monsters a little bit more 3D-ish, not just some drawing I made up. But I think you get the concept. It's making progress. The editor is very close. But it'll probably still be another week or two till I have this online and all the functions working properly. Okay, well, I'm awesome, and I think that's pretty much it. Okay, and I'm out.